It's easy for me to say, don't get involved in road rage, don't get involved in domestic violence, don't get involved in workplace violence. That's easy for me to say, but it's hard to do. And that's why I make these videos, to try to educate and inform people, including myself, and reminding myself not to flirt with road rage, not to flirt with domestic violence, not to flirt with workplace violence, because they all are way more dangerous than they appear, and it requires a lot of, keeping our composure under stressful situations and emotional tense situations. So that's why I just try to make these videos, to inform people to hold their composure when it matters most, and not catch felonies, and not make choices that are life-changing. Thank you for watching my videos. What's going on? I thank you for watching my video. I appreciate you for watching my video. Please click the like button. Please do that to try to get these videos out to people and inform people. And if you're really rocking with me, subscribe. If not, I appreciate you for watching anyway. In the city of Phoenix and surrounding cities like Cave Creek, Scottsdale, East Phoenix, Mesa, etc., in these road rage situations, 3 people chose to pull out weapons, literally firearms. In these road rage situations, these are small arguments getting out of control. Gun laying around, and people that ain't supposed to be around guns are grabbing these guns and pulling these guns out on people and firing these guns. 3 instances in a matter of a 2-week period in January. 3 different individuals, we'll call them suspects, chose to pull out guns in these road rage situations because they have no self-control, no, composure. They can't hold their composure in these tense situations. It's hard, don't get me wrong. When road rage happens, like road rage, regular road rage in general, people they take it personal, and it's hard. It's easy for me to say, don't get involved in road rage, don't get involved in domestic violence, don't get involved in workplace violence. But this is one of the individuals. It happened on the I-10 in Indian School. This car was cutting somebody off, and this guy's passenger in that car, and the person that, got this picture was pulling out his camera to get the license plate to this car. But he didn't. Instead, he got that. Instead, he got a man pointing a gun at him. Okay? That man was caught. That man was arrested. That man's a gang member. And that man bailed out of jail. Okay? And he got an F3 and F6 felonies. Which, he's probably going to go to prison, folks. Thank God he did not fire that weapon. Okay? That's one instance. This was a road rage dispute getting out of hand. Picture that. An argument over the road. And somebody grabbing a gun and pointing it at somebody. Thank God that guy did not fire his weapon. Okay, you don't want to end up like that. I'm not going to judge that guy, but that guy made choices. And he's on camera making those choices, okay? And now he has to deal with it. So, and who knows, that guy might have a family, etc. And now he's going to go to prison. Now he's fighting, and supposedly he's a gang member, or whatever the case may be. That doesn't help the situation. So that means he might have a criminal record. So now he got new felonies, dangerous felonies at that, F3, F6 felonies. And, it's very unfortunate, man. Very unfortunate. That's one instance, okay? That happened around January 15th or 17th, in the middle of January. The next instance of somebody pulling out a gun and firing at somebody. I don't got no picture of that, but this happened in like East Phoenix. I want to say like Scottsdale area, maybe Cape Creek area, Northeast Phoenix. So some guy, we'll just say some person, right? 'Cause I couldn't get too much info on it. Some person did a hit and run. Okay, the suspect that did the hit and run, he was leaving the scene, and somebody chose to follow the suspect that did the hit and run. Okay, that suspect was getting followed, and he didn't like that, and he pulled out a gun and shot at somebody. He shot the person that was following him. Thank God he did not hit nobody. Well, I understand that person got arrested. I don't know if he's still in jail. I didn't see his name or anything like that. So he already committed a crime, leaving the scene of a crime in a hit and run situation. He hit a car and he left, and he was fleeing, and he was getting followed because he did a hit and run, and he chose to pull out a gun and fire at somebody who was following him after he committed a crime of leaving the scene of an accident. That's 2 instances. Okay, thank God nobody got killed in that situation. Now the third instance, very unfortunate, happened between 75th and 67th Avenue. There was an argument, from what I understand, between these two people. I believe these people are strangers. They do not know each other. Okay, there was an argument in the early morning, and in the middle of January, somebody chose to pull out a gun, and somebody fired that gun, and somebody killed a person, and that person, died in this car, and ended up hitting the median of the freeway, and died right there on the freeway over a argument. Okay, so that person, the trigger puller, the person that pulled the trigger, he pulled off to the road, and he pulled off the freeway on 75th Ave in McDowell area, and he called the police and reported it. Okay, police did the whole investigation, and they're still doing the investigation, and they let the man go. They let the person who pulled the trigger go. Why they did that, only God knows. I think that person's gonna go to prison, unless the person that he killed had some type of weapon on him, a gun, or something like that. Then he might have a case. But if that person did not have any weapons, then there's a good chance the trigger puller is gonna go to jail, in prison, in just a matter of time, because he murdered somebody. I call these shootings executions, but the police might call them second-degree murder, first-degree murder, because 9 times out of 10, when a person pulls out a gun, the other person doesn't have no gun or no weapon. 9 times out of 10. Sometimes there's these shootings and both parties have guns on the road, and they both are, shooting suspects. But 9 times out of 10, one person has a gun and the other person doesn't have nothing, just a whole bunch of aggression, and the person with the gun shoots that person and kills that person. Like I said, I call it executions. In the beginning of this video, you seen 3 beautiful young people, in the beginning of this video. Those 3 people I did one story on. I did one story on the young lady, Alyssa Leonard. She's to the right of that picture. I'm going to get to the stories of those 2 other young people, because they were all murdered, I'm going to say executed, in road rage situations. They did not have no weapons on them. And other people chose to shoot and kill all 3 of them. They're all 3 different situations, but they're all victims of road rage killings. And they caught Alyssa's shooter, and they caught the shooter to that young man, that young beautiful soul, that guy with the motorcycle helmet on him. They caught his shooter. It was a young female. And that other girl to the left, they have not caught her killer. As far as I know, that killer is still on the run. And I'm going to do stories on him. So please, man, I know it's easy for me to say, don't get involved in road rage, don't get involved in domestic violence, don't get involved in workplace violence. That's easy for me to say, but it takes so much for people, including myself. It takes a lot of, self-control and holding your composure in very shitty situations. Like I said, road rage, domestic violence, workplace violence, they all contain extreme negative emotion. Okay? Sadly, that's what they contain. And if you are not psychologically, mentally, emotionally fit, Those situations are gonna consume you and make you make a negative choice, and that's what I'm trying to inform people on. Okay, so I know it's hard. I know it's hard, man, and that's why I'm trying to make these videos. So when you encounter these situations of domestic violence, workplace violence, road rage, you make the right choice. Okay. And if you have problems with a family member or somebody, squash it, man. It's not that serious. Hopefully, it's not. You know, in some instances they are, and people are gonna make negative choices. I can't stop them. Same thing, workplace. If you have a problem with somebody at work, squash it, man. How serious is it? Is it just ego? Is it really just ego? What's really have happened? Let them be mad at you, but you squash it, man. Or go up to them, man or woman, and tell them, hey, you know what? Let's just squash this. I'm gonna leave it as is. I don't want this to go no forward. Because these workplace situations, they get out of hand. Co-workers hurting each other, co-workers killing each other. It happens, man. Time and time again, it happens. Or else I wouldn't be doing these videos, you know? So, that's my advice, okay? You do what you want, but that's my advice. Squash problems, man. Don't let your ego pull you into problems and make negative choices that have extreme negative consequences. Okay? And the police are catching everybody. 9 times out of 10, they're going to catch you. Okay, so anyways, life is very beautiful as well. Life has a lot to offer us, including myself. Life is very beautiful, but you know, life has these road bumps that turns people's life around in an instant. Okay, and throwing people's lives away. People are throwing their own lives away because they let these negative emotions get in control of them. So please like my video, get this message out, and please subscribe. Okay, so thank you very much. I appreciate you very much for watching. Take care of yourself. All right. Please understand, if you entertain or flirt with road rage, workplace violence, domestic violence, it may cost you your freedom and it may cost you your life. Road rage, domestic violence, workplace violence are way more dangerous than they appear. So please control your anger and control your emotions. Be safe.